And ladies and gentlemen, Justice Hema Committee's explosive findings detail the harassment and abuse of women professionals in the Malayalam film industry. As more victims are coming out to share their ordeal, naming and shaming the alleged predators of Mollywood today, actor, director and founding member of the Women in Cinema Collective, Revathi, is joining us live on this particular issue as well. Thank you so much, Revathi, for taking the time out, ma'am, and speaking to us this evening. Let me begin by asking you that after the Malayalam film industry's sexual harassment allegations, the Kerala government on Sunday decided to constitute a special investigative team to probe these allegations. Do you think that this is going to finally help others to come out and speak their mind?
See, the Hema Committee report is an official report with regards to the workplace issues. It is not just about sexual harassment, but all the other issues that any workplace has. And this is about the issues in the Malayalam film industry. So, yes, it has given the courage for a lot of women to come and speak up. And I don't know, this might continue and a lot more women might have the courage to come and speak out.
And you've said that while sexual harassment is a key factor, mental torture is another issue that needs to be raised. Can you elaborate on this for our viewers?
Absolutely, because at any workspace, for us, it is regarded to be having a very professional attitude. But the film industry, the way it is not a a very channelized kind of an industry. So here there are lots of times where you are asked to come and audition, but then after that you're not taken into a role. There are times when you are asked to come and work on the sets, whether you're a hairdresser, other technicians like the hairdresser, makeup, costume, the dancers. People are asked to come to the set, but there is no there is no space for them to sit properly. There is the modesty is completely compromised, and also the pay scales. I'm not talking about the just the actors and the stars. I'm talking about members of the other unions, where they work shoulder to shoulder with their male companions for the same number of hours, but they are not given the same payment, or the scale of payment is much lesser only because they are a woman. So, a lot of other issues that happen on the sets and at workplace.
Right, because one thing that many are finding difficult to reconcile with is the fact that top figures in the Malayalam film industry, we're talking about filmmaker Ranjit, we're talking about actor Siddiq, they're really icons who now face such serious allegations, and questions over whether this is not bound to shake our trust in the film industry are definitely going to emerge.
See, these are allegations, and the allegations have to be taken in. Now the government very, in a need to do something about the issues that are propping up. They have set up a special investigation team, and it comprises of some of the top women police officers of Kerala. So I think this is a very good thing. So the investigation will be done to understand the factual truths of all these allegations, and it will be taken up by the government and the police force. So that is a very interesting step.
Right. I'm also asking you this because there are several women who've made very, very serious allegations on many of these popular actors. One account, in fact, has stated, and I'm quoting, that after the assault, Siddiq acted as if nothing had happened and he stood before me like it was normal. Everyone responded as if it was a common occurrence. It felt like they all did it knowingly.
See, the issue basically in our society is that there are a lot of things that we have normalized. And that is what is sad. And it has been happening not now, but for generations on end. I mean, where even in large households, in joint families, when a girl comes up and talks about some kind of a molestation, the first thing everybody says is, keep quiet. shut your mouth. Don't talk about it, because you're talking about somebody who is very important in that family. Okay, so this extends into the society, it extends into certain professions, it extends into companies, organizations, everywhere. So the first thing is keep quiet. Don't shake the roots, but we have to see that this doesn't continue. Our children and grandchildren should not be facing this just because we kept quiet. So at the moment, the Hema Committee has given the courage for a lot of people to speak up. So we need to take this very seriously, and I'm hoping and praying that the police investigation team that has come in, they are sensitive enough to understand, keep the privacy of the survivors who are talking to them and understand the issue and then come up. Because otherwise, if every day we have these media reports and, basically contemplating on what could be happening, what would be happening, what will happen, not happen, I think that will just, kind of kill this movement.
Right.
This is a movement for change, and we need all the support to make this change. Please understand, it is not just for you and me, but it is for generations to come. And we need to make this happen.
Right. And having worked in the Malayalam film industry for so long, do you personally believe that it's a common practice with actors being pressured to compromise, quote unquote, or adjust?
I wouldn't say it's a common practice, because the industry is a very large industry. It's a very creative industry, and a lot of amazing, artists and filmmakers and a lot of other great technicians have come out of this film industry. A lot of amazing films of international acclaim have come. So I wouldn't say it is rampant. It is there. And sadly, a kind of a pocket of people or a group of people where they are, our perpetrators are affecting the rest of the people where, maybe they're just going about their work and being normal human beings.
Right.
So it is up to all of us to see to it that, our industry, our workspace is cleansed.
Right. You've also mentioned that for years, some people are saying that this happened to them 19 years back, 16 years back, and, that they have been now silenced. I'm asking you that whether you face such circumstances, if at all, it is something that you feel comfortable sharing with us.
No, actually, I think I was in a different space at that time. I was doing more of Tamil films and Malayalam films. I did very few, but, I think I'm lucky. I'm one of the few who have not faced an issue personally for me to have, kind of broken, or the way some of the women are speaking about it. It is extremely saddening and extremely difficult to even listen to them. So I'm one of those lucky ones. I'm happy about that. But, but yes, I have, it's not that I did not know about it. Yes, I have heard it, and I have to a very large extent spoken about it.
Right. And also, ma'am, your work is known across industries. You've been a veteran of the Tamil, Malayalam, and even Telugu cinema, and even Hindi audiences adore you. Do you believe that the circumstances faced by women as brought to light by the Justice Hema Committee report are prevalent across film industries?
This issue of, harassment and harassment at different levels. I'm not talking only about physical and sexual harassment. It's also abuse of, verbal harassment in every way. Every industry has faced it, and every industry has handled it in different spaces. Recently, I asked one of the media persons, what about your industry? And a woman in Kerala said to me that no, things have changed drastically because now, the ICs have come into place, and we have a space where we can complain, and the complaint is taken seriously. So that is what every industry needs, every workspace needs. And, the film industry is not a very, organized workspace. So things are a little disorganized at the moment. So that meticulous organization is what is essential now. And hopefully this particular incident will bring that about. So the government has to help along with the film bodies to kind of organize the whole workspace. And I'm sure that will make a huge difference.
Right. And are you satisfied with the government action that has been taken so far? The first sitting on the report, first, of course, sitting on the report rather for over 4 years, and then constituting an SIT only after days of facing pressure from opposition, from various quarters?
Yeah, the report was ready in December 2019. It's taken far too long. I mean, we had approached the government immediately, and it would have been good if the government had constituted, a few people, maybe even some of the survivors who spoke, some of the women and men who spoke to the committee, along with a few organizations, read the entire report, understand it. It should have taken them only about 6 to 10 months to understand, redact the things that they felt that it should not be made public, and then put it out. The delay has been, delayed justice. And that is what seems to be happening. But I wish from now on to making certain decisions, there will not be any delayed justice.
And while you've appreciated the Pinarayi Vijayan government's courage in finally releasing this Hema Committee report, do you feel that the 4-year delay, despite the sensitive nature of the information, has hindered the progress of justice and accountability in the Malayalam film industry?
After this, I would like to just add one point to this. This government, I don't think any other government has done this before. So this is a report first of its kind in our country. And the Malayalam film industry has shown the way. So I think in that way, I'm extremely thankful to all the, organizations, the government, and everybody who has put this whole thing together and got it out now, including the Women's Commission and a lot of other individuals who kind of helped us, pushed us from advocates to, women's organizations, to everybody who kind of supported us, gave us, stood by us shoulder by shoulder. So this could have happened only in Kerala, because actually, in a very important way, the society is thinking far ahead. And I'm very hopeful that this will kind of set certain standards for the film industry on the whole.
Yeah, but there are those also who will say that, and do you agree with them if someone is to come out and say that the delay in recognizing the findings of this committee as well as reprimanding accused or taking action on the accused is a direct result of political patronage?
This is a question that all of us have in our minds, and sadly, I don't have an answer.
All right. Now, the report also claims that while citing this testimony, that there is a mafia that has also illegally banned many people from working in the industry just because they rubbed them off the wrong way. Just how powerful is this mafia that a male actor mentioned in his testimony to the Hema Committee?
This is prevalent everywhere, wherever anybody's ego is hurt by a person, that particular person will not get work. I mean, this is something that has been happening. And I also want to tell here that there are times, not just in the film industry, it is in other industries, in households, where if a woman wants to speak up and, very easily a male, member of the family or the an organization that has the heads who are male members, they very easily bring another woman and pit against this woman. This is something which is happening very, largely for centuries. So I keep saying, please, we should never let anybody pit, us against any other woman. And we need to understand this. We need to think, because this is a very important movement, and we need to understand this is for a change which is for the betterment of society at large. So, let us all be careful before we say anything which kind of puts a woman who has, spoken up, puts her in a difficult position. We need to think about it. And I mean, to be very closer to what you asked, it is a tough time. And I hope all of us, move past this and form something where we bring back our amazing working space into a beautiful, structured space.
And lastly, what message would you like to leave our audience with, who may also comprise young and aspiring female as well as male Mollywood actors?
Yeah, there is a space in every industry where certain issues happen, and we need to cleanse that. It doesn't mean everybody is part of it. There has been, because of the report coming out, even in the public eye and otherwise, there is a kind of shaming that is happening because some of them have worked extremely hard, stood by, the strength of their own, what they feel is right within them. And they have come up to whichever status that they've come up because of their talent. So there are people like that. So it doesn't mean everybody has had such experiences or have to, have such experiences in order to reach a fame. So I would say, personally, the film industry is a space where hundreds of people work together. So if you want to put your foot down and say no, you can do it. Your chances might be delayed, but if you have the talent, you will definitely shine, come what may. So it's very important to do what you are comfortable and say no to what you are not comfortable. So, yeah.
Award-winning actor and director Revathi, thank you so much for joining us here on Times Now and giving us your impressions of the Hema Committee report and, of course, answering several of those very challenging questions that are facing us at this point in time. Thanks so much indeed. And with that, it's a wrap on the Newshour Agenda this evening. Do join us tomorrow night for another edition of the Newshour Agenda.